Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this amazing reading for Katherine Jackson. How does she feel about Diana Ross and her son? Just the energy, let's get into it. This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes the tea is not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are always here, welcome back, friend. So y'all know, once I commit to doing a reading, the downloads be like, woof, right? First thing I heard was scallywag, ain't got no hair in the back. Katherine. Oh, spicy. I don't think she like Diana, but let's see what the cards say. All right, so Katherine Jackson. How does she feel about Diana Ross? Now, y'all got to check out my other Diana Ross and Michael Jackson readings, baby. They was spicy. Well, she's acknowledging that Diana Ross was all about herself. She was all about adding a layer to her cake. It was all about her in the spotlight, center stage, blah, blah, blah. Accomplished, triumph, self-esteem, confidence, talent, accolade, and fame. She real quiet now, though. And that's interesting because I did a reading on Diana Ross. Go check out that last one. That's solely on Diana Ross. Spirit keeps saying, baby, they about to pull your wig back on that one. But anyway, not my business. She's also acknowledging that energetically, Spirit is getting ready to bust that bubble. It's bubbling at the belly, bubbling at the throat. There's this energy of communication that is going to bring forth honesty, integrity, courage, sharing, revelation through some form of surprise news, text, and a phone call. Unraveling. And it's not just what she does, how she does, what she does, when she did it. Because I don't know if she's into it now. That ain't my business. But what you do in the dark comes to the light. Thank you, Spirit. Everything will be revealed, okay? Spirit, so this is a one-horse town, Diana. Is that your real name? It's time for you to overcome this obstacle and return to your place of peace and strength and resilience. Spirit is also acknowledging traditional karma, traditional justice, and spiritual karma, spiritual justice. It's not knocking at your door. Okay, so there's boredom. Thank you, Spirit. Boredom, monotony, small-mindedness. Thank you, Spirit. She needs to branch out, move on. Novelty is needed. And I'm just asking, like, how does Katherine see Diana Ross? Don't do that. Yeah. Okay, so when I said don't do that, what I heard was 304. I'm going to say it nicely. Respect your elders. Okay, so sexual protection. She said she should have wrapped it up. And she said there's a recording, there's a revealing of something. Second time Spirit said this, and when Spirit say it twice, listen. Spirit ain't playing. Spirit said there's an announcement, an expression, a revealing of something, that she is a player into the games. Yeah, knowing they fucked up, kicked to the curb. Anger management. See, she was all into it, baby. And keeping a promise with the traditional family, the spiritual family, the karmic family. Which family we talking about? Belly full with idea, manifestation, and or a child. She is into, you gotta get yours, I gotta get mine kind of energy. Spirit said don't put the deck away. In her feelings. Now, how many times we gonna see somebody in their feelings and sad? People are enjoying the gossip. They will be. Once they find out what they hear, what they're gonna hear, baby. What people are going to say was, that's a long time ago. That ain't my business. I'm just telling you what Spirit said. How does Katherine feel about her son, Michael Jackson, and Diana Ross? Well, she says, standing the ground, ready for battle. What was you battling about? What was this defensive position when it come to her son? She said, don't you touch my son. Back up. You know how mamas do. She said, over it, tired of the drama, so dramatic. But she said it's under investigation. She was trying to figure things out and get rid of things. Get rid of what? The drugs that the family was providing. She didn't want to hear about it, but it's about to blow up. You know what I'm saying? Was Diana pregnant by Michael? I don't want to tussle. I don't want to fight. There's evidence of cheating, so she said, I don't know if that grandchild was mine or not. She's a bugaboo and fulfilling a fantasy with her child under the umbrella, getting hotel, motel. They need to keep herself safe. This was a fake friend, and she said, Michael, you better check yourself. And that's when he was like, it starts with the man in the mirror, Mom. I don't know. I'm just backing it up. There was a lot of issues, there was a lot of investigations, a lot of looking in deep when it came to her son and Diana. Trying to get rid of stuff and throw things away. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There was a lot of this and a lot of that. I don't know. Like, go check out that other reading, because who's the pappy? Not my business. She said she don't want to hear about it. It's toxic. It was dangerous, explosive. Again, fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Now, Clive energy is trying to come through. What you got to do with it? She's trying to show me, like, this dude right there, that dude right there. We're going to talk about him in a minute, Ma. It was a pregnancy. We don't know. There was cheating, though. Because I told you, she said she 3. Oh, not my business. Fulfilling a fantasy, private relationships, you know. I mean, she putting it out there like mamas do. Like mamas do. Catherine, how you feel about Clive now? Okay. Fake friend. Fake friend. She said, you already know the tea. Asking me for it. You know, and Dick Gregory would be like, you dumb stupid. Like, that's how she sound right now. What you talking about? You already know the tea. And then he's a diamond girl born to shine. Not a diamond girl, Mom. Okay? He got caught up, evidence of cheating, getting caught cheating, and people are going to watch this shit go down, enjoy the gossip. He's in his feelings because he made a promise to who? The family, the karmic family, the spiritual family? Which one, Mommy? And it was an expectation to bring forth life, an idea, or a manifestation. It's give me pregnancy farms, but that's not my business. And that's the way he did it. She said he's sick, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, caution, betrayal. He's deceitful. It's an end of contract. Contracts you see, contracts you don't see. He is under a spiritual attack, fighting negative energy, needing to clear his energy. He is dealing with depression, and the folks is coming. Now, which one of y'all requested I read on this? All right, Catherine. Oh my gosh, what was that song? Dun, 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 Jackson Street. Yeah, she's showing me. She's telling me that. What was the address? I don't know. 2300 Jackson Street. Was that y'all's address? Why are you telling me this, Mommy? Let me find out. My cell phone be sick of me. Like the hell? Yup. Okay, so 2300 Jackson Street. Is the 16th and final studio album by American group The Jacksons, and their final album for record label Epic. Thank you, Miss Ma'am, for telling me that. But she's like, there's secrets in there. There's something that you're supposed to know. And I don't know what you're trying to tell me, because it was named after the address of their childhood home on May 23rd, 1989. Was that your jam? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Bring back memories. Okay. 2300 Jackson Street. Oh, miss them babies. Mama miss her babies. Okay. So, Catherine. Okay. How did you see Diana Ross? Not the stoner in reverse, honey. Lower perspective, overindulgence, boredom, irresponsibility, memory loss, addiction, peer pressure, paranoia, mistrust, fear, unhappy, laziness, depression. She says she couldn't cook to save her life. Not my business. Insomnia, making excuses, weight changes, substance abuse, head in the clouds, talking in codes. Low concentration, cognitive dissonance. Now she was slow. Mom, and there's no dig. I tell y'all what spirits say, and then I say it. So don't be in my comments like, that is an inappropriate way to say that someone has a cognitive disability. I agree. I didn't say it. Spirit said it. Okay? Katherine. Diana Ross. She keeps saying, is that her real name? I don't know, child. The Fool. A fear of the unknown, impulsive, poor judgment, risk, naivete, inexperienced, foolish. The Chariot in reverse, forceful, a lack of direction, lack of self-control, powerlessness, aggression, coercion, being blocked by obstacles. The Hermit card in reverse, lonely, paranoid, isolated, being reclusive, withdrawn, antisocial, restrictive, paralyzed by fear. She energetically is showing me Diana picking up the phone and saying hello. And then the person on the other end say, it's your turn. What's her biggest obstacle, Catherine? What is Diana Ross's biggest obstacle? Remember, I read biggest obstacle in reverse. Page of Pentacles, bad news and earthly matters, money problems, ignorance, someone who does not appreciate you. We get the Death card in reverse. Inability to move forward, fear of beginnings, repeating negative patterns, resisting change, dependency. Biggest obstacle with the Four of Cups in reverse, seizing opportunities, letting go of regret, end of stagnation, obstacle. Motivation, enthusiasm, exhaustion, obstacle. Lack of enjoyment, lost opportunities, obstacle. Okay. How did you feel about her and Michael? Was that your baby? Was he the last one? I don't remember, child. Well, she said lack of ideas, intellectual inability. She keeps saying that Diana Ross did have no brain cells, okay? Failure, hostility, exploitation, unclear thinking, haste makes waste, Ace of Swords. She said, I told that boy get away from her. King of Cups in reverse, bad advice, scheming, fraud, an alcoholic or a drug addict. That's the second time. One who looks out only for himself. And then in the middle of the deck, she says, energetically, allegedly, because everything I do is energetically and allegedly, right, YouTube? Okay, energetically and allegedly. Partnership, unity, love, compatibility, happy couple, potential soulmate, relationships, harmony, balance, equality, attraction. She said in the middle of the deck, I knew y'all was messing around with my baby. I knew what y'all was doing. Grown folks do what grown folks do. Marriage, were they married? She said, it's a lack of success, though. She said, She was praying and crying, trying to get that lady from around her son. Lack of achievement, the World card in reverse, disappointment, burden, lack of completion. She keeps talking about a baby. I don't know what you're talking about, sis. Okay. I'm gonna close this out. How you feel about Diana Ross today? Shedding the old, letting go of people, possessions, or issues. Generous and sharing, but still greedy with an unwarranted fear of poverty. Two of Pentacles in reverse, lacking balance, lack of organization, poor financial decisions, biting off more than you can chew, poor concentration. With the King of Cups, bad advice, scheming, fraud, an alcoholic or a drug addict. One who looks out only for himself. Y'all, call me back.